Harley Seyedin is the president of the American Chamber of Commerce in South China. He says their member companies believe that despite the current pressure piling on the Chinese economy, business and investment opportunities continue to flourish.
And as I said, when you look at the United States, after almost 300 years, there's still many opportunities in the United States. Many Chinese are now investing in the United States. Many Chinese are looking at capabilities and looking for opportunities in the United States. Well, if there's opportunities still existing in the United States after 300 years, well, certainly there's many opportunities that lay ahead in China, which has only been opened up for 30 years and actually only developed 25 years. So this is the beginning. China promises massive opportunities for foreign companies. It is, in my opinion, it has been for the last 20 years that I've been here, and it will be for the next 200 years the best place in the world to invest.
Michael Buchler is the CEO of Buchler Properties, a Texas-based real estate company.
I think that it's better today than it was in 2008. In 2008, it was still fairly young for my company to understand and trust. Trust goes two ways, and by having the opportunity to meet a lot of Chinese people, their families, their children, and stuff like that, it's really created a great environment for trust with my companies, and so today is much better environment than it was even in 2008.
The U.S. Pharmacopeia Convention, a nonprofit organization that sets drug and food standards, entered China around 8 years ago.
Our strategy is to invest in China heavily, as we did in the past. In 2007, we started this place with about 1,000 square meters. And in 2014, we expanded 10 times in the free trade zone. Now we occupy total about 10,000 square meters. In terms of staffing, we started with about 20 people. Now we have over 80 people here. So clearly, USP is investing heavily in China.
As China makes the adjustment from an investment-led economy to a consumption-led economy, many American companies are also revisiting their China investment strategies.
So the roles have changed, the model has changed. The market, very vast consumer market in China has evolved, and therefore our role has changed, and we have developed and moved up the value chain to value-added product production and service production for the Chinese market. That's a transition that's already taking place. So we have to understand that as a result of that, when manufacturing shifts to production for domestic sales in China, then there's less capacity and less capability to export the same cheap, not the same, but cheap products for export. So that role of China has changed. China no longer needs to be the factory of the world, because the world is eventually going to be the factory of China, producing goods and services for the massive consumers that are happening.
While China remains a top 3 priority globally for most American companies, some now view it as one among many destinations. Some say they clearly feel challenges, including rising labor costs. Chinese authorities, meanwhile, are working to improve the country's investment environment. According to a statement released after a recent policymaking conference, the Chinese government has pledged more reform and opening up in sectors such as service and manufacturing. And the country is also taking steps to experiment new measures, setting up pilot free trade zones.
As you know, free trade zone is a very new phenomenon in China, has been very successful for us. In the past, it took us over 2 weeks to get some research and development samples imported from US or from other countries. Now, it's only 3 to 4 days. So this cut the time more than half, really helped us to be more competitive among all the labs globally. Also, in terms of permit applications, the new policies in the free trade zone allow us to significantly reduce time and steps to get permits to do what we must do in terms of research and development.